Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Astartes Anonymous podcast, where today I've been joined by none other than PANCREAS No Work and the Gaming Storyteller, who are going to join me to reverse the absolute crack overdose that was Arthur Bones on the Primarch Blunt Rotation with the Nightmare Blunt Rotation. So, get comfortable as I am once again joined by Mr. Zimbabwe and the medical industry's little piggy bank.
Hi, I am Alex, the gaming storyteller. Happy to be here. We've gone from Dutch to South African to Mr. Zimbabwe now. I am truly the world traveler. Happy to be here.
Mr. Worldwide over here.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. And I am PANCREAS No Work. And I will have you know, I got linked an article where a 25-year-old woman with type 1 diabetes started making her own insulin again with stem cell research. So you know what?
Oh, yeah.
My time to shine is going to be coming. I will soon be PANCREAS Now Work.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
God willing.
I'm going to make a little, like a 7-second vine to party rock for your PANCREAS in a couple of years.
That'll be my announcement if it ever does happen. I'm just going to quietly add a W to the end of no, and that I'm not telling anyone.
PANCREAS Now Work. Yeah, that's amazing, man.
And that I will never be going to a doctor again in my life.
I don't know, no, just let it work. Keep getting that insulin. Sell that shit, get rich.
I don't know what the process for farming insulin from a human body would look like, but, I might get in that hustle if it ever does work.
No, don't tell anyone that you're cured. Just keep getting it and then sell it off again at like twice the price.
Good.
It's getting a hold of it in the first place that sucks, right?
Now, yes, sir.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, so just keep selling it.
Now I can be a pharmaceutical supplier. The worst people in this country.
You're just putting it back into circulation to do someone else a favor.
He waited long enough and saw himself become the villain.
You were supposed to destroy the pharmacies, not join them.
Dr. PANCREAS No Work is in the house. Oh, God. I feel like that's some kind of... I feel like, I know, you could get that operation off the ground with the help of Mr. Zimbabwe. Because that's the kind... A, Mr. Zimbabwe has a medical degree, and B, you're going to need to go to somewhere like Zimbabwe to get that to work.
Yeah.
This is huge.
You're not going to get that to work in the US, I'm afraid.
Conveniently, I'm also actually reordering my prescription because I just got a notification.
Right.
That the insulin is ready for refill.
Let's go.
I can almost see that, just a big banner next to a small like corner store in Zimbabwe. It just says PANCREAS No Work. It's the only thing you sell is just kilos of insulin,
Ship it by the block.
Your PANCREAS Now Work Incorporated.
God willing.
Right, gentlemen, shall we have a look at some of these models of the week?
Let's get it.
We shall.
Right, let's do Sergeant Major PANCREAS's first. So, Colin has picked a wonderful little dreadnought by J.G. Wentworth 877.
Cash now.
Who, according to his post, is a little bit irate that Tyberos has lost his rules. So he's gone ahead and made his own Tyberos in the form of a Brutalis dreadnought.
Oh,
this is a lovely paint job, and the shark decals. Which are those just on the model? Like, is that part of the official kit?
No, sir. This is definitely some third-party upgrade sprue from Pop Goes the Monkey.
yeah.
Fair enough. But by God, it all looks good. And like the dwarf-looking face on the saying pauldrons for a dreadnought doesn't sound quite right, but the dread pauldron.
The dreadron, yep.
is perfect.
Have you noticed there is a shark fin poking out of the water on the base?
I love that.
Oh, I did not. Oh.
There's actually a shark on this model.
That is so cool. Now, this is a great paint job. Really, I love the Cardon color scheme. And the upgrade set looks really good on the Redemptor. That is a beautiful model. I also love the helmet. It looks almost like a little bit like a Transformer helmet, and I'm a massive fan of it.
I like how the little power supply in the chest can like open and shut.
Yeah.
It's both a cool detail and also like I'm imagining like you know those baby carriers you put like on the front of your chest? I'm imagining like you get a space marine to sit in that and it's like he's going for a ride on Papa Dreadnought. not.
Oh, like when it's down, right? When it's flipped open, so it's almost like this little like a kangaroo pouch for someone to sit in.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
Lovely job.
No, well done, JG Wentworth. So, moving on to our next one, we shall do
7/7 cash now.
Alex is next, and Alex has picked a model by the Red Mistborn. And we have another Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yeah, I didn't want to feel left out.
Another Brutalis Dreadnought, even.
You guys kept picking Dreadnoughts, so I also want to be part of it. No, I went for this guy because besides being big white I like everything with white armor. I'm a super big fan of painting white. I love airbrushing that stuff, and it always looks very solid with like some decent weathering on top of it. I love me the stringy cheese blood on this one. The good old, it's like Bison Kit or the Elmer's glue trick of mixing it with Blood for the Blood God. It looks absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
That man is not doing good.
No, it's very visceral. I think white is such a bastard to do on large models, but it's nice to see it. You know, it's nice to see. I bet on the tabletop this thing has absolute oodles of presence.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just being there. No, wonderful.
That thing's taking extra fire because if the player looks at it and is just instinctively afraid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to work out what chapter this is. I says he hasn't written anything with his post, so I'm going to assume this is a homebrew chapter because we've got that Death Company sort of cross and the blood drop. I'm going to assume it's like
Blood Angel successor.
A Death Company for a homebrew Blood Angel successor, unless this is a canon chapter, and that's a canon chapter badge that I am unable to recognize on the torso there.
There's like 500 chapters whose lore starts and ends with "here they are."
Yeah.
For all we know, it could be canon.
Yeah, no, amazing job.
Well, there you go. The Red Mistborn, your chapter is now canon.
We have decided so.
It has been canonized.
The lore masters have came together and we have decided.
Masters, for absolute masters, 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Dev never got anything wrong in a video or a short ever. Never happened.
I know what I'm talking about. Nonsense.
No, amazing job. Love the bronze on this as well. It's like a nice muted bronze, nice muted metals with a bright armor.
Yeah.
The crosses are very, very, like, they stand out very well. And yeah, this man has some presence to him.
The little spot of color at the top end of the sarcophagus. And if you look closely, the way the blood has splattered all up his right leg is just really, really nice. Just looks really great.
Chef's kiss.
Great job. Right. Wonderful stuff, the Red Mistborn. So, our final model of the week was chosen by me. And this was by someone called Chill. Thank you, Chill. And it is a Angry Marine Ballistus Dreadnought.
Hell yeah.
Complete with Angry Marine Angry Face. That base is really wacky.
It's like a bone floor.
Did anyone see in this base? It's so wacky.
I love the little plate on it with the toxic icon on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Like it's got the...
What the hell is this base?
I don't know. What are the...
It looks like a combination of texture paste with the basic like piece of terrain that the Ballistus Dread stands on.
God.
Because the pipes are from that and stuff. So it's just a little basing, and then he put some paste around it and made some nice little pools.
It looks super good.
He even did some battle damage on the shoulder pad of the or the Paul run, the dread run on the side. Some deep scratches in that. Also has the rust leaking down on it. Fucking amazing. Great model.
This is any base that is more than just sterling mud coated over the bottom of it is already getting an A in my book.
Yeah, you try not to see the bases of Aaron's fucking plague bearers. Not plague bearers, poxwalkers. Man's made and fully painted 40 poxwalkers. And he's not based one of them.
Incredibly based.
They all have bases. Their bases are just totally unpainted. They've been like that for over a year now. It's actually painful.
At a certain point, I'm going to be honest, I get it. By the 39th Poxwalker, I'd probably be ready to put a gun in my mouth.
So if there was one less, he'd have gotten away with it.
All right, yeah.
No, that's a great job on the Angry Marines Dreadnought. Chill.
I love that name. It's so good.
I like under the eagle, it just says angry.
Angry.
Yeah, it does. Right, gentlemen, are we ready to discuss the main topic of today's blasted episode?
Yes, sir.
Go.
So, prompt for our audience. So what we're going to do is we are going to go down each of the Primarchs one by one and hopefully not get stuck on them for too long. Arthur isn't here today, so we'll be able to get through Magnus quickly. And we're just going to talk about how they would fare in the blunt rotation in our sort of collective trio's opinion. And then at the end, we will try to develop the nightmare blunt rotation. We tried to develop the best one last time. Now we're going to develop the worst one.
The absolute worst.
So, gentlemen, the first Primarch up to bat is none other than Lionel Johnson, the Primarch of the Dark Angels.
I feel like Lion would do what I do when I indulge in the devil's lettuce, which is he'd take a hit, and then he shuts down for the rest of the night. and then he's out.
He's the functional man's Toka. He's like, I'm going to have this. I'm going to bed. See ya.
Yeah, he would take a boof. And then he would be sitting down staring at the ceiling for the next 6 hours.
I used to have a friend called Danny, and this is quite good because actually I know Danny's actually into 40k. I don't think he watches this, but he might. But Danny and I were at a party one time, and he basically created the like moths to a flame, right, or like flies to like a lamp. How they all like.
Yeah.
So like any good party, everyone was,
feeling good.
What he did, he went to the living room of this house party, and he put a 4-hour meme compilation on the television whilst no one was watching.
Oh my god.
He just went to the and then he walked away, and he came to me. I was outside drinking, talking to someone, right? He came to me like 20, 30 minutes later and said, Tom, come on, we have to show you something. And he takes me into the living room, and every single person at the party who was stoned is just stationary on the couch or on a stair, staring at this 40-minute fucking meme compilation just sat there, right? It's actual genius.
My people.
Are you a moth to the flame, Colin?
I would absolutely be a moth to the flame. After the 30 seconds of feeling like I'm the life of the party, and then it kicks in, I'm going to the couch and watching the meme compilation.
No, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Like the lion is like fully full 180, right?
He's watching the meme compilation.
In normal life, he's this fucking hard ass, take no shit, kind of arrogant, kind of ego, and then he's like fully brain dead after a single drag.
I think so. He would indeed be the quiet guy, right? Like he takes his hit. He kind of stares at it for a little too long, passes it on, walks away, and then you find him in the corner 4 hours later, and he's just staring at a wall. I do think he would be surprisingly kind of nice to smoke with, because I do think if he does stay around, he's going to be just super quiet, enjoying the moment.
Yeah.
Or he might be having an internal meltdown. It's going to be really hard to tell with him. However, I think you're going to have to be careful of your pantry afterwards. He seems to be like a man that would indulge in the munchies. He would go for it.
Just imagining he's this fully armored, bearded nightman, open the fucking door into the pantry, and he's just eating a cheese wheel like straight out of Skyrim.
Yeah.
I have a story before we move on, if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One time, there's just some of our an old friend I hadn't talked to in a while. He picked me up. It was him and his girlfriend, and we smoked in the car and went to get McDonald's. And they just handed the food back to me because I was in the back seat.
Yeah.
I don't think I checked too carefully whose food was whose, because I just started eating fries. And at one point, I remember them looking at me.
Oh, no.
I think I might have just gone to town on everyone's fries.
By the time they pulled over, what were the fries all gone?
I don't remember how long it was. I guess I was zoned in on those fries.
Oh, that's good.
I might eat the lion. I pulled the lion.
Yeah, he seems like the quiet munchies kind of guy that just chills out afterwards and then is going to raid your pantry.
I would probably put him in my good blunt circle, but...
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. When you put it like that. Well, a chill blunt circle, right? If you wanted to, like, relax.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not going to strike up any conversation or learn anything from him. You're going to try to talk to him, he looks right past you. His eyes are going to be at like a 97-degree like angle outwards, both of them. And he's just looking past you, completely zoned out.
It's gonna look like a horse.
He's like, you sort of snap your fingers at him, and you just say like the name of a fast food restaurant, and then he just slowly, a smile like slowly forms over his face. No words, just a smile forms.
Burger, big cheeseburger.
Or watch that Family Guy bit where Stewie's medicated. Let me just wet my eyelids real quick. He slowly blinks.
Oh god, yeah. All right. Let's move on from the lion. So the next one is Fulgrim, Primarch of the Emperor's Children.
Oh. Now, I'm a really big Emperor's Children guy. I actually do like their lore a lot. I have many rants about Eidolon, many rants about Lucius, because I do quite enjoy the fucked up part of the Emperor's Children. And I think Fulgrim, in his pre-phallic-shaped sword state, would absolutely be an amazing guy to smoke with. Because simply put, he's going to smoke that, and he's going to explain to you all the tone and all the taste as you smoke along with him, of everything he's tasting, maybe some chestnut taste, whatever. He's going to know exactly what to say, and he's going to make you feel good about what you're smoking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do think that post-layer blade sword, though, he's never touching weed again. It is minimum, like he's bringing cocaine to the smoke sesh.
He passes you a joint, and then you start hallucinating Death Guard Marines, and you're like, oh!
Which, I would take the Fulgrim nose candy I've offered, but that's not the vibe of the smoke sesh.
Yeah, no. It's going to be laced with something bad.
I think this is the thing about Fulgrim, though, right? If you catch Fulgrim on a good day, for this kind of recreation, he's always the right man.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can talk about Fulgrim being a sassy bitch, but I think when you read Fulgrim's dialogue, pre-corruption, Fulgrim is genuinely witty and chill. Except for that one conversation with the Khan.
Yeah, then he got obliterated.
Fulgrim is just witty and chill. And I think witty and chill is a really nice combination, during the sesh. So I'd honestly be very pro Fulgrim for that sort of setup. But then there is the caveat of post-corruption Fulgrim, which is it's weird if he doesn't hand you something that's spiked.
Yeah, and then full Demon Prince Fulgrim is just, oh my god, what is this?
He hands you back the joint.
It's no longer recognizable.
And your fingertips just start melting. You're like, oh!
So you don't even put it in your mouth yet. You just start disintegrating.
Nah, Demon Prince Fulgrim is just sat there like, what, are you guys smoking? Why aren't you partaking in the team enema? That's Demon Prince Fulgrim.
Oh no.
The four-way enema. Oh no.
Oh no. No, I do like Fulgrim. I do like Fulgrim a lot of the time. As a character, I think a lot of people like to dog on some of the traitor Primarchs, right? But I think when it comes to Fulgrim before the shit really hit the fan for him, I feel like he is, for me, the most relatable Primarch. For me, I'm not saying that's true for everyone, just for me, I find it very easy for me to relate to Fulgrim, and Fulgrim's kind of character and ambition. I genuinely think pre-corruption Fulgrim would be actually dead ass one of the best choices, ignoring the memes and all the crazy shit.
Yeah.
And you do funny things to your warriors, comment. I think Fulgrim would genuinely be really good. And on that note, next up we have the man who made that comment, which is none other than Jagatai Khan of the White Scars. Oh no, I've jumped over Perturabo.
Oh, that's how impactful he is.
I've just straight up leapt over Perturabo.
Me when I'm the Emperor of Mankind.
Sorry, Jagatai, you're gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to circle back to Peter Turbo. So, gentlemen, Peter Turbo of the Iron Warriors.
It's
oh
no.
Oh.
Get out of here.
He is already a paranoid guy, and you're gonna hand him.
Yeah.
You're gonna hand him the Shreedly Dukas. That man is gonna take his hit, inhale, start coughing, probably do the full wheezy cough for a solid 35 seconds. Then stares at you with red eyes, starts crying and talking about how his dad doesn't love him.
Starts crying.
And then he's gonna, after about half an hour, the paranoia hits, and he's gonna start sweating and trembling. And I have seen his armor. I don't want to be near that. I'm good.
Sweating and trembling.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that he strikes me as the kind of guy who'd get really sketchy after a smoke because of the paranoia thing, because he can always see the eye of terror.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you've got this guy who's already a dick. I just think he'd be a super dick in that scenario.
He's the guy who would look over his shoulder, go, the cops are coming, and then walk away from everyone else. I am once again speaking, not from my personal experience, but someone at the session.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think he'd say the cops are coming. I think if he knew they were coming, he would just wander off, and then then you hear the sirens, and you're all running, and you look around like, where's Peter?
He's gone.
It's like, and then you get a text from Peter later. Hey guys, do you want to play Call of Duty Zombies? He's gone home. He's just started up his Xbox. He's just chilling.
I mean, I would be down for that. That might make him more pleasant.
Yeah, I guess it also, with Peter Turbo, it's going to really depend on where you smoke. Because I think if you do it in his mini room, where you then get to build some minis and paint some minis, like, afterwards, I think then he'd be chill because he's in a comfortable space. But even then, anywhere that is slightly off-putting to him,
Yeah.
he's going to go... He's going to give you the stare, he's going to give you weird looks, he's going to make semi-aggressive comments. He does not seem like the nice kind of guy to be around at that point.
Yeah.
No.
So if you can't keep him preoccupied, he's gonna suck. Which is shit, because like, if you're enjoying yourself,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be your responsibility to keep some other fucking asshole preoccupied.
Yeah, or he's going to start fiddling with his reloading system, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, the single only way to make him, like, tolerable is to go to his smoke circle comfort zone.
Honestly, he's the only one on this list. Actually, is he? Maybe not. No, he's probably only one of two guys on this list who probably prefers to smoke alone.
Yeah, he does strike me as that kind of person, just alone, away from people, no interactions, and
Yeah.
just him and wallowing in his own shit.
Shits his pants. Okay.
All right.
Moving on from the Pant Shitter Rabo is Jagatai Khan, Primarch of the White Scars. Now, I'm fond of Jagatai. Everyone's fond of Jagatai. And when we did the thing with Arthur, we all sort of came to the collective conclusion that Jagatai was the best. But we were going so heavy on the memes with that fucking episode. I honestly think Jagatai would be kind of mid. Now I think about it a bit more critically. Because he is witty, but he's too high-paced.
Yeah.
His mentality is too high paced. I think he wouldn't know what to do if put in this situation. You know, I don't think he'd sketch out like Perturabo. I just think he'd be uncomfortable, you know, being forced to slow down.
Yeah, I think he'd be bored. And I think that's going to be more annoying to be around. Where he's kind of just sitting there fidgeting the entire time. And when you're high, you kind of zone out on because of those things.
Yeah. And
even though he would be a great guy to talk to beforehand and afterwards, I think during it, he's going to either want to just smoke his own. He doesn't want to have the rotation because he's going to have to wait for other people. And I think he's just going to get either bored or annoyed.
He's the guy you hand the fucking booth to. And then the next person who gets it from him, half of it's gone fucking missing.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, because he's so anxious wanting to move, you look away and it's like, where did the blunt go?
He's the kind of guy who reminds someone who reminds you to pass the blunt, even though like he's not next in line.
Yeah.
Like, I like Jagatai, I do. I just think, critically speaking, in this situation, I don't think he'd be that good.
Weed is the opposite of what this man is about.
Yeah, this man would do, honestly, this man would do great with, like, post-corruption Fulgrim.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if they want to have a who can snort the most speed competition, he'd be right in his element, you know?
Please invite me to that party.
Please invite Colin to that party.
The fastest man alive.
Wait, can you even snort stuff with like?
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask a really actually, Alex. You know, you've got a medical degree. You can answer this.
You can.
Would snort? I want to ask anyway. I want to ask my stupid question anyway.
Fair enough.
Would snorting like coke or anything like affect one's pancreas?
No. It doesn't.
No, it's going to go to your bloodstreams and it's...
So Colin is free to do all the drugs he wants?
Yes.
He just can't have sugar?
Yeah.
Save further questions for after the podcast, please.
Okay, so moving on. Next, we have none other than Leman Russ, Primarch of the Space Wolves. See, now Leman Russ, I would love to drink with Leman Russ.
110%.
Leman Russ would be fun to drink with. But I don't think Leman Russ would be fun to do anything funky with. I really don't. You know, I think Leman is it's not just too energetic like the Khan, but I think he's too rabid. I think he'd be I think he'd have all the same problems that Jagatai has, but turned up to 11, honestly, because he's just such a fucking, animal.
Yeah.
I think he'd try, and he'd only get as far as we're having a party, and then he would think it's the vibe of, going to town, having a couple bevs with the fellas, and then he'd get really confused on why he's feeling relaxed and calm and angry. He'd get angry. He's like, this isn't a party. Why do I want to sit down and watch the 40-minute meme video?
I've just realized something. Anyone who does this sort of stuff and lives in the UK is almost certainly going to be aware of this, what I'm about to talk about. I don't know if this is the same thing for you guys in the US and Zimbabwe, but one of the things that's true over here is that for some reason, when you smoke up, sometimes you end up just going on a fucking trek, and it's the most annoying fucking thing to me. It's so fucking jarring when sat down, comfortable, on a sofa, yada, 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 and then someone suggests, hey, do you guys want to walk to so-and-so's house? And everyone's like, yeah, and it's like, and I'm just saying, no, so-and-so's house is 3.5 miles away. No, I don't want to fucking walk to...
Oh, God, no.
Leman strikes me as that guy. Leman strikes me as the guy that's going to suggest a really long fucking walk so that everyone can sober up faster or some fucking jarring crap.
Yeah. Now, again, if this was a drinking night, that'd be the best decision made in the night.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
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 Wandering home from a bar at 2 a.m. is a wonderful experience.
It's a pilgrimage, even.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I can imagine 2 actual big issues for me with Leman. That comes also into the animal part of him. So first of all, I think he strikes me as the kind of guy that hits it and then pulls a dirty face every single time. It's like, oh, that taste is strong. Or, oh, that smells bad. And he's going to do that the entire time, which is just going to slightly annoy. No, this is good. Stop being a bitch. And then the second thing is, he strikes me as the kind of guy. You know how some people, when they smoke, they get really fucking loud?
Yeah.
He seems to me like the kind of person that once the pressure in his ears builds because of getting high, he just starts yelling.
Shouts over his own ear pressure, yeah.
Yeah, he strikes me as one of those, and that's not a fun thing to be around.
Have you ever had it when you're in a rotation and then you're the unfortunate bastard who has to take it from the guy who fucking can't keep his lips dry.
Oh.
And so he hands it to you and the end is just wet.
Oh.
That's Leman.
Yeah, you're gonna get a soggy butt, and that's not, you don't want that.
No one wants that shit.
No one wants a soggy butt.
I've never had that, which now makes me worry, am I the guy?
No, as long as you keep your lips dry, it's fine.
No, unless your peers are incredibly patient, you can't be the guy and not know, because people fucking tell you.
They let you know, all right, we're safe.
Yeah, can you please stop licking the joint, please? Thank you very much.
You stop making out with the fucking roach, bruv. Please stop.
I will give Leman one piece of credit, which is at the drop of a hat, when you make a joke, swallow the roach, he's doing it. Without hesitation.
No, Leman's the kind of guy when it gets to the end and someone's about to squish it in the ashtray, he's like, no, let me eat that. Let me have that, guy. I need that.
At the very least, you get a show at the end of the circle.
He's the guy when he was a teenager, someone came up to him and said, hey, don't you know you get really stoned if you eat the roach? And he's like, whoa, really, man?
Really?
He's eaten over 500 roaches since then.
500 weed roaches.
I do think he would have one thing over a lot of the other primaries, though, and he would have the best cabinet of good food ready to go.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a good point.
Oh, yeah.
Because he does like his cooking, he does like his drinking, and we know he likes to eat good amounts of food as well, with his eating contests and everything. That man is gonna, you're gonna finish it, and he is gonna bring out an entire pork. Just an entire pig, just, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be snacks, it would be actual food.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever had it, but eating an actual full hearty meal afterwards hits different. It's really good.
Yeah, that would take me to the fucking EB Sleepy zone straight away.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Straight out.
Say, does 10 orders of McDonald's fries count?
All right. Let's move on from Leman. So, the next one is Rogal Dorn, Primarch of the Imperial Fists.
Oh.
Can I just say what I think real quick?
Of course you can.
I think take the lion and then multiply it by 10.
It's like Rogal is. I don't know if you've ever had an opportunity to have a rotation with someone who's in their like late 50s or even 60s.
I've not.
But it's really interesting because, at least in my experience, there's only one or two kinds of people like that. There's the kind where it's like they come alive afterwards, or they just, I don't mean like metaphorically, I mean literally they just go to sleep. I don't mean it in a jokey way with like the lion where the lion zonks out. I mean Rogal would literally be like, he'd finish his drags on the rotation, he'd stand up and, all right guys, I'm going to bed. And he would literally just fuck off. He would just be gone. I don't think he'd be partaking in anything. He'd just go to bed.
That sounds about right, yeah. Like, Lion is going to sit in a corner and just stare. But Rogal Dorn is just... he's just going to hit the EB. He's out.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, thanks guys, have a good day, and just leaves.
He's just going to bed.
Right before it like sets in fully as well.
Which, to be fair, it means he's not really going to be vibing, but it does mean he's not going to be bringing down the vibe either,
Yeah.
He's like, all right, I'm going to remove myself because it's bedtime.
It's like full neutral. It's almost like, it's funny because we're saying this with a degree of like, oh wow, that's kind of cool. Like, oh man, yeah, that you don't own that shit. But when we talk about Perturabo doing it to get away from the police, we're shunning him.
Yeah, but that's because Perturabo's bringing like a whole bunch of anxiety and stress to it.
Yeah.
Rogal Dorn's just like, he's not like, oh, the police are coming and we're in the middle of some dude's living room. No, Rogal's just like, no, I'm going to bed. Thank you all for this.
Yeah, Perturabo would turn around, like, you're standing in a circle, and he would, like, look over his own shoulder, like, 3 to 4 times, and everybody's starting to get a little anxious because of it.
Yeah.
But, like, Rogal Dorn is just, like, he just sighs, he just hits his legs, and he just does the German thing of, like, well, I'm going to bed, and he just leaves. And I think that's okay. If you gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah, good night, gentlemen. I'm gone.
It's not the most vibe-friendly thing, but he's also not bringing down the vibe. And I'm sure if you're inviting Rogal Dorn, you're probably aware of that. He's only here for as long as the circle lasts.
It's absolutely 100% vibe neutral.
No positive, no negative, no engagement. I'll just leave.
Right, gentlemen, let's move on to the... I don't even know what to say about this one. So...
Nightmare.
The Konrad Curze, the Primarch of the Night Lords. Gentlemen, what do we think?
He's not gonna... He's gonna grab the joint out of your hand, but he grabs your full hand as he does it first. Squeezes a little too hard while doing it. Smells while doing it, which makes everybody really awkward. Then he hits it 3 times, and then he passes it. He's gonna lick it on purpose. You know he does. He's gonna be an ass about it.
Which one, Indica and Sativa? Which is the productivity one, and which is the sit down one?
So it's kind of different per person. The Indica is usually the on the couch, knock the hell out, and Sativa is usually the more I can see the universe.
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, in that case, I actually think how like when the Emperor met him, it was like the only time his visions calmed the hell down.
Yeah,
I think some indica would give him that. He'd finally chill out and just sit. And then if you gave him sativa, someone isn't walking away from that smoke circle. At least not with their skin.
He's eating the joint while still half lit, and still half of it is still there. He's just munching on it.
Oh my god, why is it that during this one particular scenario he's more like Leman Russ than any other? It's such a strange duo. These two idiots fighting over who gets to eat the roach. And Curze is just there like, no, it needs to be lit still when I eat it.
Give me it.
I want it to hurt, and Leman Russ is like, no, it gets you higher. He's like, no, it doesn't, give it to me.
You can almost see fucking Curze going to the ashtray, pulling a roach out the ashtray that's been in there for like a week, putting it to his mouth and relighting it, and someone going, there's nothing there, what are you doing? He's like, no, I'm gonna eat it. He just lights it back up and throws it in his fucking mouth, man. Grim.
He's gonna be creepy about it too. He's gonna do the kind of things like, even if he's in a bit of a chiller mood, he's gonna try to make fun of like being spooked. He's gonna make weird noises, or he's gonna start humming spooky songs. He's gonna make the circle uncomfortable, like really bad.
He's absolutely the kind of guy that would like when Perturabo is like dealing with the voices in his head and it's in the pure science, he's just gonna jump at Perturabo and go, nightmare! Just whilst Perturabo is just like trying to handle his shit.
Which, since we've discussed Perturabo would ruin the vibe, that might bring the vibe back. Konrad, nightmare.
To be fair, there is something funny about having a jokester in the rotation. It's just unfortunate that this one particular jokester is also likely to kill you.
Yeah, it's like if you're out in the woods, right? You're doing your walk through the forest already, and then you do the rotation while walking through the forest. I think that he'd be fun as hell because you can do the spook. But in a let's say you're in the basement with the boys. I don't think he's going to be a good time. He's going to go either super quiet and make weird noises, or he's going to get super loud and jump at Perturabo.
Yeah.
You don't want either to happen, really. It's just annoying.
I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't want him on the walk because his spook would be he'd wander out and then come back with a deer head attached to him. That's how he jumps at you, like, when to go?
You're right. He's the kind of guy to go and pick up roadkill and be like, guys, look what I found.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Somebody throws it at you to show it.
Even though everyone's like shunning him and looking at him like with like disdain, he's still there laughing. Fuck that, man.
Hell no.
All right, we're moving on from this guy. Fuck that. So the next one...
Well, I've got bad opinions here.
...is none other than Sanquinius, Primarch of the Blood Angels.
Oh, I'm going to get yelled at, but I don't think he'd be very good.
Really? Do elaborate.
I think that, go to the paranoia thing, I think he would take a hit. For 5 minutes, he's just the chillest guy. He's vibing with however you want him to.
Yeah, sure.
And then he's going to get paranoid about the red thirst. He's just going to suddenly be like, oh God, what if while I'm high and, chilling out, it gets found out? And then he'd be anxious the rest of the night.
I think it'd be my worst nightmare to look at Sanquinius while he's high, and instead of looking me in the eyes, he's looking at my neck. That does not sound like a good time, man.
Sanquinius not allowed to get the munchies. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He's either going to drink your blood or he's going to worry about his kids drinking someone's blood, and then his vibe is down.
Yeah.
For those 5 minutes, I think he's real chill, but once that kicks in...
Yeah, like for the moment, once the munchies kick in, he's going to be scary. But before that, I think he's going to be absolutely fine. I think he'd be a great guy to talk to. He'd probably do some art in the meantime. But then once the full hit settles in about 30 minutes later, he's going to start looking at your neck. Or he's going to start staring into the distance, thinking about his sons, and you start to see the sweats coming in. Like, oh, you can't dream him out. You got to be careful with him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's, the moment the blunt ends, I hope he pulls a Rogal Dorn, only so I don't become a Capri Sun.
Just very self-conscious is right, guys. I need to leave.
Oh, why? He's having a good time. I don't want to drink you.
So this is for your benefit. It's like functionally it is. It's the same as Dawn. It's just the same.
In a way, yes. But I do think he's going to be more engaging during it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd definitely vibe a lot more.
He'd definitely do like a sketch on a napkin on the table or something and just like making the most amazing RPs, and then it's just like, right, I gotta go, and he just walks out really fast.
Yeah.
Then you hear about a local Denny's getting raided.
Yeah, the only thing taken from the Denny's was the throat of someone working behind the counter.
Yeah, it was the fucking line cook got eaten.
All right. Let's move on. So next up we have Ferrus Manus, Primarch of the Iron Hands.
Man.
I think this is going to be a bad one. I'm sorry, this is going to be bad.
Oh, no.
Picture Rogal Dorn, but he doesn't leave. He just sits there. It's like if Rogal didn't leave, he's just going to sit there looking at you.
I just see him being so hyper literal, like to the point of obtuseness.
Yeah.
Like someone cracks a joke. It's like, oh, did you know there's some, a joke about, I don't know, a horse and a chicken walked into a bar, and before you can finish the joke, he's like, what's the chicken doing? Why is there a horse in a bar? Yeah. I could just fully see him being way too literal, or being like, okay, guys, all right. As soon as actually, I'll tell you why it's a problem. I just realized.
Uh-oh.
As soon as the blunt is finished, he stands up and he's like, okay, guys, let's go do something.
Oh,
there is no chill. There is no chill. No opportunity for chill. There is only the work. And as soon as the blunt's finished, if you're not doing something, if you're not being useful, he's going to chastise you. And to him, it doesn't matter if he has to chastise the whole room. He'll do it.
Oh, God. Oh, hell no.
Just a nuisance.
He's the kind of guy that makes you feel bad for not going on the walk. He's going to turn to you and it's like, oh, but don't you want to see your friend? He's going to hit you with that one as you're sitting on the couch being like, I don't want to go. Oh, no.
I honestly see him being, honestly, out of all like the loyalist Primarchs, I honestly see him being the most hostile after smoking. You know, the others will be different degrees of chill, whether they're chill potato or actual chill, who knows? But I honestly see him just being rude and hostile afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a little passive-aggressive during it. Like, no, we gotta go walk now. The job is done. Come on, let's go. And while you're just sitting there like, I want to go eat in a moment. Like, we're waiting for dinner to arrive. Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a shame because I like Ferrus Manus, but Ferrus Manus is kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
To be fair...
Yeah, after Heresy, Manus would be very hard. I don't think he can... Does he just put it, like, down the hole?
No, you can do... No, you do what you do when you, like, blaze up, like, fucking... I don't know, like, a whole fucking 10 ounces out of a leaf blower. You just put it in his neck hole and light it up somewhere else.
He's the bong now.
Ferrus Manus is the bong. Oh, no.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh, wait. If it's all going down his neck hole, where do you have to suck it out of, Colin?
Gotta do what you gotta do what you gotta do.
Colin, where do you have to suck it out? Colin, where do you have to suck?
Don't answer that. Don't answer that. Both other holes aren't a good option, Colin.
If you want that Primarch boob, sacrifice has gotta be made.
Oh my god, no.
Hey man, he's still got one head left.
No! What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
A lot.
No. Alright, we're moving on. Fuck this conversation. Okay, next up is Angron, Primarch of the World Eaters.
I think weed would unlock his, like, empathic Primarch powers that Nails just drove out of him.
Just a cure-all.
If that happens, he might be the most chill guy to enter the smoke circle. If that doesn't happen, it's just going to be unpleasant. He's going to get violent.
I think Angron wouldn't, like... So he'd hit it. The vicious nails would turn off for a moment. He would go back to his empathic mode. This man is the guy that will just go lay on the ground, flat-backed, eyes closed, and just lays there for 4 hours. Just completely enjoying every single bit. He doesn't talk. He might respond a little bit, but for the rest, he just lays there and just enjoys his high. I don't think he would actually... I think it's like Rogal Dorn, but instead of walking out to the room, he just lays on the ground. Like, oh,
yeah.
All right, there he is. Because like he wants to be around you to hear the conversation, but he doesn't. He isn't going to say anything. He just wants to be there around some people for a moment.
Yeah.
Instead of being fuck angry.
It's to soak in the vibe.
It's a real flip of the coin with Angron, because you do have, on one hand, you have the ideal guy, but if it goes wrong, it's going more wrong than Curze going wrong.
Do not give him indica. Do not give him indica. He's going to get more creative with it.
And, don't.
What's that?
Don't be on the ground next to him when it wears off, because then you're the first thing he has to rip apart.
What's that shit? I've never smoked it in my life. But what's that shit people smoke that makes them go absolutely schizo for like 15 seconds? I think, Colin, I think your mic is doing something, bro.
Yeah.
Is it better?
Yeah.
There we go. We're going back.
I don't know what happened.
It was the spirit of Ferrus Manus after you talked about turning him into a suckable bong. That image is never leaving my soul, by the way.
Just watch me.
That's not a pleasant image, my friend. You can't, oh.
The dong bong.
No!
No, he said it. No.
Oh. Is this what fucking Vulkan beat the shit out of those couple of Iron Hands was about? Because they were doing this.
It was.
Is this what that fucking the golem of Ferrus Manus was?
It was nothing to do with it being like a recreation of his brother. Just sucking him off.
It was for recreational use, just for other kind of use.
Oh, no.
No, I think Angron is either just going to lay down or going to go on a murder spree. It's very much a 50-50. I also kind of guess on, is it just after a war or before a war? What moment we smoke, right? If you plan it right, I think it'll be pretty chill.
I don't know.
But
it's fucking, I don't know, Halloween after party. You tell me.
At the Halloween after party, you know that shit's gonna be trash. He's gonna kill everybody.
Oh, I always thought Halloween after parties were chill as fuck. Or at least my ones were.
They were chill as fuck, but the quality at that time is not that good usually.
That's true. That's true. Every other guy is selling his quote-unquote best shit for top market price and nobody's enjoying it.
Exactly.
No. That's fair. Well, so what is Angron? Angron is just a huge flip of the coin. You either live or die.
Yeah, literally.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, he's either just vibing there or he's not vibing there. Let's put it nicely.
All right, fuck this guy. Right, next up we have... Oh, excellent. Rabute Guiliman, Primarch of the Ultramarines.
Oh, fuck yeah. I want to smoke some Ultra Boosts with that man.
I fucking love Rabute Guiliman.
All right. I think he would be my ideal smoke circle member because I think he's going to start just kind of slowly going on about like whatever Ultramar, he's going to go over his plan to fix the Ultramar recession after Gelt turned all of his, precious, like all of his supplies to lead. He's going to tell us about that, and because all he's going to require is an occasional, I get it, which is about the limit of what I can do at that point.
He's doing all the heavy lifting for you.
Yeah, he's going to be perfect for it, because he's not going to mind that the conversation is entirely one-sided, and I'm going to be in heaven, because all I have to go is, okay, yeah, I get you, man. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Occasionally he'll mention, like, I don't know, Aenid Thiel, and you can be like, oh, yeah, I know that guy. I really like that guy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it, man. Yeah, Rabute Guiliman is so... I can't believe I'm going to say this, because it's such a stupid thing to say about a Primarch. But he's so normal. He's just a guy.
He's just a lad.
Doing his best.
Yeah.
He's just doing his best, man. He's doing his best. No, I'd love that. I'd love that entirely. I'd love to see Rabute Guiliman light up with Joey Diaz.
Yeah, like...
That would be, the conversations they'd have would be absolutely... You could write a book on that.
Give me.
It's nice to have that one person in the circle that is always like, that can just lead the conversation and everybody else can just sit there and enjoy it and bring some things in.
Yeah.
It's nice to have someone take the wheel of that. I think he wouldn't probably get too high, but he'd just be having a good time with you and just talk about everything.
Yeah.
Also, he has some really, like, in the Dark Imperium books, we read some really sick rooms in his ship, so I definitely want to smoke in that big-ass library he has. That sounds awesome. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But this is the thing as well, like, after all of that, the other thing as well that's so good about Guiliman is if something happens and there's an emergency, he is still all over it.
Oh, yeah.
He's got all that cognitive function. He's like, the car breaks down or maybe you do hear sirens. Who knows what it is? Guiliman is still there, 100% chill. He's got a plan. He knows what's up. He knows how to he knows everyone's quirks and what makes everyone happy. He's the only guy who could probably keep Perturabo from wandering off when the fucking sirens are blaring,
If you stay chill, we can go play zombies later.
He seems to me like the kind of guy that would bring the glass of water before you even ask for it.
Oh, yeah, he's got it prepared.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're just like, oh, you're a savior. I didn't even know I needed this yet.
Actual the fucking prodigal son. What is it they calling him in the books? The something son.
The avenging son?
Avenging?
The avenging son. The avenging son arrives with a 2-liter open pitcher of water with at least 7 ice cubes in it.
Oh.
I'm in.
My man.
What more do you want?
A hero.
An actual god.
He's got both the chocolate and the crisps. So what do you need? Just anything you want. You want salty, you want sweet. He's got it all ready for you.
Yeah, it's like he's the guy who, like, when someone's like dialing up the pizza place, he's already opening his wallet to pull his credit card out. He's not even asked anyone. He's just there. He's on top of it, man.
Oh.
And do you know what he wants in response? He just wants your company. He just wants you to listen. I'm in.
I'm in, man. He gets me some pizza and he gets me an ultra boof. I'll be sitting there for 3 hours, wide-eyed, looking at him, listening to everything he says. Hell yeah.
And
it's like I think it matters what you do, whether you're just sitting there chatting or if you're going for that hike, which I don't want to go on, or if you load up fucking COD Black Ops or whatever it is you're doing. He's in for it. He's the man. He's the number one. He's the avenging son, even.
Yeah, I mean, when you're all high, he would be down for the Smash Bros. while being high and be like, "Hey, you guys want to play some Smash Bros?"
Smash Bros. Guiliman. Oh no.
oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
See, Perturabo is the kind of guy who would, like, in that same situation, be like, "Hey guys, do you want to play Tekken?" And he would just be like low tier godding you out for that whole fucking shit, cussing you out. And Guiliman's like, nah, Guiliman wants to just play fucking Smash and just chill.
Yeah.
That's fine, man.
Maybe if we're feeling ambitious, you break out Mortal Kombat, but he's keeping it nice and simple.
Yeah, he's not gonna corner lock you or anything. He's gonna chill. He's gonna play nice about it.
No, he'll insist on swapping to Brawlhalla if someone's having a bad time. You know? Right, gentlemen, let's move on. So, next up is Mortarion, Primarch of the Death Guard.
He's bringing oregano to the smoke circle because someone told him for real this is good shit.
Is that because he grew it and he wants to scam you, or he's too dense he got scammed?
Yes.
Yes.
Both. It depends on how ambitious he's feeling.
You know, that man is going to be coughing before he even hits it.
Just fully wheezing.
He's going to have the low rumbling cough the entire time through. And it hasn't even been his turn yet.
Just this high-pitched wheeze you can hear from halfway across the room.
The smoke in the air gets him going.
No, I know someone would be arguing that it would be the opposite effect, right? Because it's Mortarion, but it's like...
He's already pre-coughing.
I don't know, man. I imagine Mortarion's lungs look like fucking... what is it called?
Black tar. That's just...
Black tar? You know what? Yeah, sure, black tar. Let's go with that.
He's going to take a hit. He's going to sound like General Grievous.
I honestly imagine he sounds like General Grievous anyway, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, he always wears the mask. He probably does.
Yeah.
I would be upset with him because he would be the guy after going into the I need some water. And then he's going to grab the can that Guiliman just brought in and he's just going to chug the entire thing.
He's the guy who's like between his individual puffs, he has to take a puff of his inhaler. Then comes back for another puff and then uses his inhaler again.
I was trained in your weed arts by Count Boufku.
Oh, fuck this guy. Nah, fuck him. I think personality-wise as well, I think he'd just be kind of annoying. You know, he strikes me as the kind of guy who would pretend to know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like unironically talking through his coughing about, wow, this is good weed. Oh my god, this is so good. You know?
I don't think he'd ruin the vibe, like, totally, like, you know, Perturabo or Angron if you lose the coin flip, but he'd definitely bring it down.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be a ruined smoke circle, but it would definitely be of lesser quality.
He's doing his best for the vibe when he stays shutting the fuck up.
Yeah, like, he seems to be, like, the kind of guy that would, like, try to, like, ask some questions, you know, to get the conversation going, but all his questions are really bad.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, oh, I really don't want to go through this.
It's like off topic as well, right? You're all talking about something. You're talking about the state of the Ultramar fucking Dogecoin or some shit. And he just interjects and he's like, hey guys, have you ever tried snorting, beetles?
Yeah.
Or just some arbitrary crap?
Something like that. Yep.
He'd ask if anyone wants to take a hit on the Ferrus bong.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
God damn it.
Oh, there is an image that shouldn't exist. Someone's gonna go on fucking Rule 34 and make that, you animal.
Someone please draw that and then tag me in it, please.
No.
Someone on, yeah, there you go. You were bitching about Twitter before we started this recording. You're gonna get atted on Twitter. And it's gonna be someone sucking the fucking
Ferrus bong.
The fucking Ferrus Manus bong.
See, that's the kind of Twitter slop I want because it's stupid and awful in like a, you know, a different way, not just, you know, the normal Twitter garbage.
See, there's stupid and awful, and then there's stupid and awful.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's, wow, I just get tagged in the Ferrus dong bong, and there's, wow, here's another arguing about whatever stupid thing some Twitter grifter is going on about.
The iron dong bong. This is not kosher. No one fucking signed off on this. Right, we're moving on. Fuck this. Right, next up we have Magnus the Red, Primarch of the Thousand Suns.
I think every single time, he's going to do what someone does the first time, which is to go, this edible ain't hidden, and then it's going to hit. Without fault, that's going to be him. He's going to go, he's Magnus, he's arrogant, he's going to go, I can handle it.
Yeah.
He's going to have his, the blunt is going to go around to him, and then because he's impatient, he's going to pop an edible and be constantly hitting a dab pen. And then by the time it finally makes it back around to him, actually out of this universe, which is a problem because he's a psyker. So when he's out of this universe, the things out of the universe are coming back with them.
Yeah.
No, because that problem's all going to get solved in the bathroom because he's going to have his hit. He's going to pass it to the next person about 2/3 of the way through his quote-unquote allotted time. And he's going to stand there. He's like, guys, I got to go to the bathroom and take a piss. And he's just going to hand it to fucking, I don't know, the lion. And no one's going to see Magnus again until it's your turn, Colin. Colin, you're going to stand up after you've had it from whoever. And you're going to wander to the bathroom. It's going to be locked. And you're going to be like, wait a minute, no one's seen Magnus for ages. And when you eventually get in the bathroom, he's just on the floor with his cax down, lying in a puddle of his own vomit. Because it's Magnus.
I'm glad I kept my mouth shut because sometimes when I'm drinking, if I feel sick, I go do that. But thankfully, if I do get sick, it makes it to the toilet.
Oh.
But that's what you get though. If you're overconfident in a situation like this, that's what you get. You end up you become the Chunder Primarch. You know?
Yeah, he's gonna go from Magnus the Red to Magnus the White-Faced. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up there in the walls.
Yeah, the fucking great sorcerer, the great Chundera of Prospero.
He's a Chunder warrior.
Chunder warrior.
What a fun word.
The fucking Chunderclops. Fuck this guy.
Although,
Yeah, no.
All right.
No, I'm good.
The first time you overindulge, it happens. I've been there.
Yeah, sure.
I said this edible isn't hitting, and then kept going, and then by God, that hot tub was. I think
You learned, right? You learned.
I think I did learn. I think I met Magnus during when I did that.
All right.
But I learned no eating half an edible and smoking the entire time. It was like a 50 milligram one too.
You gotta add some spice to life, YOLO. You gotta YOLO that shit, man.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, 25 milligrams and then more weed on top of that. I sure added some spice.
All right, moving on. So, next up, we have Horus Lupercal, Primarch of the Lunar Wolves / Sons of Horus. I honestly think Horus, again, pre-corruption Horus would actually be, like, the best.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be on par with Guiliman, I reckon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe a little bit annoying. I think maybe a little bit annoying, because Guiliman would talk at you, and that's fine. I think Horus would talk at you and try to prompt you to get involved every now and then whilst you're full potato.
Yeah.
And no one wants that shit. Like, if someone's talking at me and they're saying their bit, I'm just like, yeah, man, I don't need them to turn around. I do not. The last thing I need is them to say, so what do you think about the state of Israel?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't need that shit, man.
oh hell no.
I don't need that. I don't want that. That's not. I don't want to talk about that, man.
He'd have the ice water, he'd have the snacks, but if you want them, you have to answer his question.
You want the ice water? Answer my questions 3.
Yeah, nah, fuck that, man. No one wants that.
Horus also seems to me like the guy, if somebody even comes to the base suggestion of going on a walk, he'll go on the walk. He'll be the second person instantly standing up to go, and he'll turn to you. He'll give you a look. He won't say anything, but he'll look at you for a moment.
Yeah. He's like one of like 2 guys, the other guy we haven't come to yet, who like if someone suggests the walk, like if I suggest the walk, which I won't, but let's say I did, and then I go, nah, I don't fancy it. Horus will get up and go on the walk on his own anyway.
Ugh.
Just because he's gone, yeah, that's a good idea. And it's Horus, so he needs to commit to his good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Horus will go missing for half an hour and he'll come back after getting in a fucking cardio sesh.
Someone did that on my last New Year's party, except they stepped in dog shit, so the person who was hosting had to clean dog shit off their floor.
Oh.
That person's an asshole. Why bring that into the house, bruv?
Because the best thing is they went, what is that smell? Never looked down.
The best thing.
Didn't take their shoes off.
Oh.
Dog shit.
Which, it wasn't inherently horrible, except, the problem was you got dog poo on your shoe, buddy.
Oh.
That's fucking cursed. I think I'd honestly be furious. I'd be so mad.
I'd be so angry.
Yeah, wasn't it great?
Especially if it's carpet.
It wasn't carpet, thank God. It was just wood flooring. But it was like, come on. You smelled horrible after you went on your walk. You didn't think to look down?
See, you say it was dog shit.
All right.
No one was there to confirm it was dog shit.
That's true, but the option that they shit on the sidewalk and then stepped in it is... I don't want to think about that.
No one wanted to comprehend.
I don't think that poorly of this person, so
Hey man, you do now.
Well, now I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about it.
I need to make a phone call. Hey, do you want to give me his number and I can ask him for you? Was it you? Hey, listen, we want to know. Was it really dog shit that one Christmas?
Give you their number and ask him, hey, New Year's last year, are you sure that was dog shit?
Hey, this call is from the UK. This is costing me a fortune. Just answer the fucking question.
Just hurry up.
It's like, who are you? Colin sent me. I need to know.
Answer the question.
All right. Fuck this. So, moving on. So, next up we have Lorgar Aurelian,
Lorgar.
the Primarch of the Word Bearers.
Now, I
honestly don't think he'd be that bad, to be fair.
Yeah!
I really don't.
I think he'd go on either a poetic speech, a religious speech, or he'd just sit there sipping his water, just having a good old time. I think he's a viber.
Yeah.
To me, he seems like a viber.
I honestly think he'd be fine. I don't think he'd have all the same good stuff that Guiliman has.
No, he's not giving you water.
But I think he'd match Guiliman on the talking.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
You know, I reckon he would talk to you and not expect anything in return. I don't think he'd sign up to pay for the pizza or have all the backup plans like Guiliman, but I think he'd talk to you, right? And he wouldn't force you to commit anything.
He's keeping the vibe going, like, very easily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think Lorgar would be great, honestly. I think pre-corruption Lorgar is underrated as fuck. I mean, he's a little bit...
You'd get preached at.
Inefficient compared to the others, but there's nothing wrong with that, right?
He's a little slow, but that's all right. That's great.
I'd say he is pretty efficient. He was just slow because his efficiency was very slow, which was not the efficiency Big E wanted.
Yeah, I mean, there was the whole religion bit as well, and I don't know if that rant, if that sort of him talking, because if someone talks to me, I'm not listening to them. I am just saying, yeah, I'm still listening, right?
Yeah.
But if that talk turns to...
So what are your beliefs?
Knock, knock. It's the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yeah.
I'm going to check out real fast.
Yeah.
He might be a bit preachy, but I don't think he'd be too aggressive with it. You know, he's a Primarch. He's a charismatic fellow. I think he'd be able to read the room and go from there with what he's bringing to the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if he's in a room full of equals, I don't think he'd be an arse. Yeah, that's fair. So that means the only person in the room he's trying to convince is you, Colin.
I mean, look.
So you just sat there and you got this fucking 8'9" balding dude with tattoos all over his face trying to tell you about Christ.
I mean, look.
What do you do?
I'm here to listen. I worked at a church. I'm here to listen. I can't promise.
You're already one of the boys, even.
I can't promise that I'm going to be, like, you know, giving him much back, but I don't think he wants that. I think he just wants to talk, and no, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then we can both go bother Guiliman when it's time to eat.
Yeah, he does seem like the kind of guy that would go on the hunt together with you, go to get him and like, hey, when is the pizza arriving? He'd stand behind there like, yeah, when is it coming?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
And if Guiliman's here, all is well. If Guiliman's not here, it's time to rat scrounge every cupboard in the house looking for a morsel of food.
Even if it's not his own house, he still does it anyway.
Oh, yeah. I found some dry pasta in the corner. I think we can make this work.
Just comes back in the room with a bottle of port that's like 60 years old. Is anybody thirsty? Just pops it without thinking twice.
Now, that would ruin my mood, but,
All right, gentlemen. Well, if only if it was my house, sure.
Yeah.
Right, gentlemen, next up we have Vulkan, Primarch of the Salamanders.
Oh, yeah.
I think, kind of like how Lorgar is Guiliman, but he doesn't provide, I think Vulkan would be Guiliman, but he's not much for conversation.
Oh, my man is fully, my man's in the kitchen, bro.
Yeah, like you need a snack, you need water, he's on it.
It's like you forget he's there until you can smell bacon coming from the other room, and you're like, oh.
I was about to say, like, he's the guy that will start a barbecue. He just starts barbecuing there for everyone.
100%.
He's just super happy doing his thing, like making a barbecue. Like, he comes in with big plates of food. It's going to be amazing. He's going to give you such a good time. Just the vibe is going to be immaculate because of him.
Yeah, I can feel that. I can absolutely feel that. I think as well, it's like, yeah, so it's not that conversation, but if he's not cooking, he's just listening.
Yeah, he's just hanging.
And someone says like, oh yeah, guys, I'm hungry, I've got the munchies. He's like the first person to have a good suggestion. Like when you're having that conversation about what food you will eat, right, and no one can agree, he's the man who steps forward and can make a suggestion that everyone agrees on, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like everyone's like sweet or savory or something, and he turns around and he's like, guys, I can make some fucking waffles and bacon.
Oh.
With some syrup or something. And it's like, right on, let's go.
Either that or
have that.
He's already ordered delivery to 3 different fast food restaurants.
It's like he's listening to the argument, he's putting in orders as he's listening to the conversation. Yeah. And he's like, and the argument's still going when the doorbell rings.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh.
And it's just everyone's food.
Like, oh, Vulkan, what'd you order? Yes.
Yeah. What do you want? But still on the big table, choose, eat.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd be a vibe.
Yeah, Vulkan's great. Vulkan's really great, honestly. I don't think you can really... I know we flummoxed this with the Arthur list, right? Because in the Arthur list, we were just going fucking mental on the meme.
Yeah.
But now I think about it, you really can't do a positive list without Vulkan. You just can't.
No,
Vulkan is a vibe.
He's an absolute fucking necessity, and as well, with eyes like that, no one's ever gonna know he's stoned. Ever.
True. He can go to the store and no one will question him.
No. He's the ideal sleeper agent for the Munchies trek.
If he's quiet, it's like, oh, he just had a long day, crusading or whatever. Little do you know, the man is out of his mind. But you'll never know.
You'll never know.
He's like, well, Father, why are you not fighting on the front lines today? He's like, he just looks at him and just cackles. Just looks down. It's like, oh, hello, son. And that's it.
He's grilling chicken.
I can imagine he just put the biggest smile and could just go, wouldn't you like to know, as he just walks off.
Wouldn't you like to? Could you imagine if a Primarch unironically said that?
Wouldn't you like to?
Wouldn't you like to? Just walks away.
Walks up.
Walks in the wrong direction as well. Fucks off.
Immediately hear he smell like chicken on the grill.
All right, moving on. So next up we have Corvus Corax, Primarch of the Raven Guard. And this is the other guy I was talking about who would suggest a walk and then would go off on the walk on his own.
Yeah.
Even if nobody else was interested.
I think
the man would just get up and leave and come back 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
Just straight up would just go. He's the guy you forget is even there.
Yeah. Well, I was like, he'd be super unintrusive about it at least, so he's not bringing down the vibe too much. It's like Magnus, where you go, where the hell is Magnus? Except with Corvus, it's like, he went for, he'll just show back up from his walk and not, be in a puddle of his own vomit and shit in the bathroom floor. It's like, oh, Corvus is back.
Corvus has returned.
Ah.
Oh, no.
I
don't know, man.
I have the feeling though he's gonna if it's raining outside, right, then he's not gonna go on his walk. I think he's kind of gonna just spook around the house.
Yeah,
he seems to be like kind of the person that just starts walking around the house and starts looking at random things. He's not gonna ask anything about it, but he kind of just picks it up, looks at it, then looks at you, and then puts it back, and then goes to the next place to do kind of the same thing over and over. I don't think he can really sit still after that.
Yeah,
because I think he seems to be kind of like an anxious kind of smoker once it start hitting.
Now, to be fair to that means, when he goes on his walk, he's coming back with the coolest stick.
He will have found a very cool stick.
He's going to bring that back to the party and be like, whoa, man, look at this stick.
It's actually going to be an interesting stick, though. It's going to look like either an M16 or like Gandalf's cane with no in between.
Yeah.
No, I think Corvus is fine as a pick. He's like, who was the other one who he said was true neutral? Dorn,
Yeah.
It's a different kind of true neutral, but still true neutral.
Yeah.
Although there is the opportunity for shenanigans with Corvus, because you could go with him.
You could. He's not opposed.
You could go with him. I mean, you'll probably lose him, or he'll lose you, but you could go with him.
I'm not gonna lie, he kind of does seem to be the kind of person that would have the dog poop on his shoe and would not notice until later.
I think I'll give him credit. I don't think he'd do that. I think he's the stealth guy. He's pretty good at picking that out.
When he's high, though.
That's a good point.
Maybe.
He might do that, but you somehow would never know it was him, even though he's the only one who went on a walk.
See, it's not on the floor in front of the front door. It's somehow on the ceiling in the bathroom.
How? What?
It's Corvus.
Yeah, you just think Magnus really missed.
Yes. His Magnus gets the blame somehow, bro.
Just blame Magnus for it.
I do think if you do go on that walk with him, though, it's how good that walk is going to depend entirely on your tolerance for Edgar Allan Poe poetry. and if you're down for that in the moment, it's going to be the best walk you've ever had. If you're not, you're going to be in hell.
No. It's going to suck, because you're going to be the one guy that agreed to go on the walk with him, and he's going to be, like, really timid. He's like, Colin, so, I've been practicing my poetry, and I want you to hear it, and then proceeds to fucking garble up the cringiest, most heavy-handed poetry, and it's love poetry as well, and then you realize the two of you are alone in the woods.
Oh, no!
then it's real bad.
Oh god, no.
And then the word nevermore is in there somewhere, and you just want to be back at the party, sat down on the couch.
I mean, that is Corvus Corax, and I am...
All you want in that moment in your life is to see Rabute Guiliman's face. That's all you want.
Look, I will say after last moment, I discovered my intense bird lust, so, I might be down for it.
Yes, I heard.
No, Look.
Well, listen. You can go off with Corvus and come back a couple.
And then in that case, I say that in that case, this is the best walk I'll ever go on in my life.
Come back with a fucking pale ass, fucking 9'5" fucking twink. Yeah, okay, right, gentlemen.
All right.
Oh no, gentlemen. All right, next up, calm yourself, sir.
Just start barking like a dog again.
Gentlemen, next up we have Alpharius Omegon, the twin primarchs of the Alpha Legion.
Actual nightmare.
Do they get a hit each, or do they get 2 hits each?
One each.
They get to share the hits. They're joined at the fucking hip.
I think what's going to happen is they're going to make it hell, but the way they're going to do it is you're going to be sitting there, you're going to talk to them, and then out of the corner of your eye, or like if you just glance over, you're going to see the other one, and then when you turn around, one of them's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And you're going to be constantly going, is there 2 of them? There was only one here when it started. Where did the second one come from?
Yeah, they would pull pranks like that. Like you are there with like already 3 people, and he's just sitting there. And then the doorbell rings, and you go to the doorbell, and then Alpharius is standing there. And then you turn around like, wait, weren't you just inside? So he walks in. But on the inside, he's not there anymore. And then as you sit down with the new one, the doorbell goes again. It's Alpharius at the door. And this continues 2 times until you're like, what are you guys doing? What is going on?
Which...
It's difficult because it's like professional jokers at play, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, if you're in on the joke and they're doing it to like Perturabo, you're in for the best night of your life. But if the joke's being done to you, you're going to be Perturabo.
Yeah, you're going to be quite annoyed.
Yeah, well, that's it though, right? Because this is the thing. There's always... I don't know if you've had this, right? But when it comes to like the group joker, if the group joker is a little bit malicious like that, there is always someone who gets singled out and picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that person has to be Perturabo, then, the Lord hath decreed. And I'd say that makes Alpharius Omegon a boon for the party.
From iron cometh strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
From booth cometh anxiety.
From booth cometh anxiety. Yeah, I do think Alpharius is like, it's that one smoker friend that's going to be like just generally a good kind of guy to talk with, and his brother too. I think they're going to be great overall.
Yeah.
However, it's like, if you're not part of the joke, it's going to be a bit annoying. But they are the backup smoker you bring to make sure that one friend doesn't show up. If Perturabo is being a bit of annoying the entire time, every single time, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want him to show up as much anymore, you can just say, oh, Alpharius is coming. And he's like, no, I'm not coming anymore. He's good for that.
You ring them.
They are good for that.
But then the question is, are they going to switch targets?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, if they will, they're only going to go for easy targets, right?
Yeah.
So their fucking triumvirate will jump from Perturabo to Leman Russ to Magnus.
When Magnus is being the chunder warrior, they're going to hand him a bottle of water, but it's vinegar.
Like, they're gonna do something stupid at least once, where they, like, change out the can of water from Guiliman into, like, a can of vinegar, but it's...
No, it's like they go to Magnus, who's just come back from the bathroom from vomiting. They hand him his water. Magnus drinks it. It's vodka.
And he goes right back in.
Unfortunate.
And the man goes, I can handle it.
By the time he realizes it's vodka, fucking Alpharius and Omegon are just nowhere to be seen. They're just gone.
They're like, why, it was Alpharius or Omegon. They gave it to me. Sure, they did, Magnus.
Omegon isn't here today.
I think they're very much a wild card. But there's so much potential for shenanigans, and they'd obviously always fuck with the punching bags of the group, which are Perturabo, Leman Russ, and Magnus. All right, gentlemen, shall we quickly discuss who the nightmare rotation is? So I'm thinking 4 or 5 guys, right?
All right.
I'm thinking, gotcha. I've got 2 immediately.
Go on, who are your 2 immediately?
So my 2 immediates are getting Magnus and Leman Russ together in the same one.
Yeah.
Because they already hate each other, and they're both going to be unpleasant. So in between, like, Magnus going off to die in the corner, Leman and him are going to be fighting.
Yeah.
And then even without that, Magnus is taking up the bathroom, and Leman is still aggressive.
Like, for a fact, Magnus is going to be on the ground in the bathroom, screaming through the door.
Yeah.
At Leman. While Leman is on the couch, yelling back. And they're just continuing this. It's going to be so loud.
Yeah.
Honestly, to add 1 to your 2...
Oh.
And this is going to be really dumb, because anyone who's listened to the other podcast, we touched this topic. This is actually a Primarch I put forward for one of my favorites and would be like the best. But in retrospect, I realize he's one of the worst.
Oh.
Although I say that, I think one of the guys said he was one of the worst, and that is Ferrus Manus. I think Ferrus Manus would actually be, on the second go-around, I think he'd be so bossy.
Yeah.
I think he'd be so demanding. No one would be able to actually chill properly if Ferrus is involved. So I think Magnus and Leman, because as a duo, it's chaotic. Leman as on his own, because he's just a wetty, and Magnus because he's actually just an ass. And then Ferrus, because he's just so demanding, I feel like those 3 are a solid foundation for an absolute nightmare fucking, rotation. Let's see if we can add 2 more to that.
I'm imagining, Leman's like, blowing your eardrums out. I hate you, Magnus! And then, from the bathroom you hear, fuck you, Leman.
Okay, then I'm going to throw on top, because we've got 2 very loud Primarchs, and then Ferrus being an absolute dick about things. I think we need to throw Perturabo in front of that as well. He's going to be twitchy. He's going to have the screaming. He's going to flinch every single time a little bit.
Yeah.
And then Ferrus is going to command him around. He's not going to have a good time.
Yeah, Ferrus will just make things... Honestly, all 3 of those would make things worse for Peter. Can you imagine, like, Magnus goes to the bathroom to go chunder, and who's left to deal with Leman? I'll tell you who. It's Peter. Peter's going to get shouted at for like an hour, and he's going to do nothing but get closer and closer to having a panic attack as the minutes go by.
Oh, God, no.
It's going to be awful.
That would be bad, but I think my other 2 to complete, the 5 would be the Lion and Rogal.
Yeah.
Because the thing is,
What?
Rogal's going to leave, so now you're stuck with, the 3 awful ones, and then the Lion's going to be completely unhelpful on the couch. Just staring at at the meme video.
Yeah.
So you are now stuck with the 3 awful Primarchs.
Ooh.
Like, it's now your problem. No one else is going to fix this, if anyone can. It's up to you. You now have to make the decision. Do I just leave? Do I figure this out?
Oh.
May I suppose a different one of those?
Okay.
I think actually, I don't like either of them, man, because they're true neutrals. I feel like you can pick guys who can... either one, right? Take one out. Either of them. It doesn't matter.
All right.
I think supposing either one of them with Curze, Because Curze is... So in the same way that Leman would fuck with Magnus,
Oh, yeah.
Curze would fuck with Leman.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Curze would actually... Curze is the kind of guy who would debase himself to literally sit next to Leman and pluck one of his hairs outright.
Yeah.
That's what Curze would do. I think Curze would take... So Magnus would take Leman to verbal harassment. Curze would take Leman to physical violence.
Yeah, they're gonna have a fight.
I feel like we can't miss Curze out on this one.
Curse is just a prick.
Curze is such an asshole. I think, although in a fun roundabout way, I still feel like Curze would be enjoying himself in this situation.
Oh yeah, he's having a good time. No one else is.
Oh, absolutely.
Curze would hate.
This is his ideal smoke sesh.
Yeah, that's it. He'd hate the optimal rotation, but the worst one, Curze is having a great time.
Oh yeah.
So I'd still take... man, it's hard, because I can see what you mean about Dorn or the Lion, because they're fucking useless.
The thing is, if like you swap out, like, even if you add, like, because from my point of view, I'm thinking, like, even take out, like, Rogal or, Dorn, or Rogal or the Lion, and add Curze.
Yeah.
At least it's not directly your problem. As long as I get to a far enough corner, once the circle is done, I'm out of the blast radius.
Yeah.
But if it's, Rogal and the Lion on top of Ferrus, Leman, and Magnus, Rogal is gone. He left immediately, even before things got bad, which is probably something we all should have done by that point. And then I'm going to ask the Lion for help, and he's going to look at me and blink each eye in sequence.
Separately from each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just go back to the...
Only one of them's going to be focused on you as well. The other one's going to be looking to the left somewhere.
He's going to be looking like a horse, where, like, both of his eyes are going to the corner. All right, thanks, Lion. Thanks for the help.
Yeah, cheers, G. Big up. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard, because, like, my gut says... Because there'll be a comment down below saying, why none of you saying Angron? It's like, well, the thing about Angron is he could fucking 50-50 roll into, actually... Because if we're going to say 50-50, he's great, or 50-50, he's awful, right? We can't guarantee he's awful. We can only guarantee that he'll be there. We can guarantee, however, that the Lion is going to sit there like a fucking...
A vegetable.
Like a demented fish, yeah.
He's the goldfish you dropped a little bit before you put him in the tank, so he's not quite right.
He's the goldfish that proves that goldfish can be senile, So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I feel like low-key, maybe a good pick for this, for the last one though, instead, could be Morty, because I think in a hostile situation like this, Morty is going to try and be family glue.
But not in a good way.
But not, in a way that somehow makes it where he's going to treat everyone's hostility as, everyone's being hostile, so I'm going to be hostile, and they're going to like me. And then the total opposite is going to occur. It's just going to make everything worse.
Yeah.
Although that might unite everyone else when as the four others join forces to kick the hell out of Mortarion.
It's that 4-man in unison. Shut the fuck up, Morty. Just all four of them at once. Tries to open his mouth to say fucking anything. Just absolutely slap down.
It brings a brief moment of peace. 30 seconds of quiet.
Yeah, it's like all of them feel shame. It's like, God, we've debased ourselves so much that we actually invited Mortarion. Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's bad.
Actually, oh no, gentlemen, I just realized half the room are the Joker's punching bags.
Oh god.
The last slot should be Alpharius Omegon, because they'll piss everyone off.
They'll make everybody just genuinely upset at that point. Because we already have a time bomb.
Yeah.
They're not even going to have to try as a thing. They're just going to bring, like, an air horn and just randomly set it off.
Everyone will get pissed off.
Like,
They set it off once, and that's all it takes.
It's like, there's no clever jokes. There's no, like, funny, twins. It's like, which one am I talking to? It's just, no, they just put a firecracker on the table in front of everyone and then leave.
It's like he passes the fucking... I can honestly see them passing the fucking booth to fucking Leman.
It's a cartoon-like fuse.
And Leman's there taking a drag. He's like, this drag's not really working. He looks down the fucking burning end. Oh, it's a lit firecracker. Oh, no, blue. Just takes one of his fingers off or something. Nah, I feel like the last one's pretty interchangeable, but I think those first 4 are like...
Yeah, you take those 4 together, you're just going to have a bad time either way.
Yeah. No, I was going to say no amount of Guiliman is going to correct the shit fuckery, which is Perturabo, Leman Russ, Magnus the Red, and fucking Corvus Corax.
No, at that...
You would need, like, 12 Guillimans to offset that amount of bullshit.
At that point, you need to, like, just expand the circle and bring in, like, Lorgar, Guiliman, and Vulkan to try and, like, bring some semblance of peace.
Yeah. You would. You'd need to bring in all the heavy counterbalance. Honestly, I think you'd need to bring in Horus as well. You need to bring one for each of them, and Magnus and Leman need to be on opposite ends of the fucking room. And even then, Leman's still going to leave fucking poo on the floor in the bathroom.
Who's Leman? I think they're both doing
Sorry,
it.
I meant Magnus. Oh no, maybe that was Leman I meant. He has a dog.
Leman reverts to like wolfen status and just shits in the corner. You ever see like like a dog starts making like puking noises? So like you're filled with adrenaline, like get off the carpet, get off the carpet.
It's really loud.
Yeah, that's you have to do that with Leman. You're like outside, go.
Yeah. No, I do think, no matter which choice, my absolute worst choice that I have discovered today is Colin and Ferrus Magnus in the same room. I do not want you to hit the Ferrus born. Then
you look over and see Ferrus Magnus' corpse and me.
That was the worst part.
That's some cursed shit. I was not expecting to come to that imagery tonight.
What are you doing with that, Karl? Nothing.
No.
No.
I really feel like
that won't happen because I'm already off in the woods with Corvus.
I don't have words, bro. What the fuck is?
He's already gone. Just make sure they didn't drag the body with them.
Great. So
you hear a high.
So Magnus and Leman hate each other. Corvus and Perturabo are fucking with each other, and Colin and Corvus got married.
At least 2 people had a good time in the smoke sesh.
Splendid.
Great.
Yeah, and they were off in the woods, presumably naked. Wonderful. And then there's just the corpse of the Iron Bong Dong.
Oh.
Wondering why no one's sucking on him.
We have created the worst rotation.
What an absolute catastrophe.
This is like this is like four different hell rotations all combined.
That image is just not good, man. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight with this in my brain, bro. This isn't...
The Emperor didn't die. The Emperor did not go on the throne for this. He did not. Why did we do this?
Honestly, yeah. I'm sure...
You know how there's like that passage where it's like I don't remember where exactly, but it's like, during the war in the Webway, there's this giant with silver arms, and it's like, it's clearly Ferrus, right? It's if you ever talk to him, like, how'd you get here? It's whatever Ferrus would say.
Yeah.
And then, you bring up what's happening to his body, and he just caves your brain in because he looks into the materium and he sees someone hitting the dong bong.
Oh.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna... I can't remember, which is the book? Is it a book or a short story where Vulkan basically dismantles an Iron Hand's cult for creating a golem out of Ferrus's corpse? And it's like, the golem was instead this? That is actually... I feel like I need to go see a priest after this conversation, boys.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think any amount of Prozac or fucking cannabis is going to save me from
the horrors.
I'm very glad
this.
I've kept my trend of a different horror every time I've appeared on this podcast.
Your ability to bring the imagination of man to its knees is quite special, Colin. It's truly a gift.
Well, the only thing that'll be on its knees. You want the dong bong. You've got to commit.
Shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. I need you to stop talking. I need you to stop talking. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this very goofy episode of the Astartes Anonymous podcast with PANCREAS No Work. If you're enjoying our content and would like to help out, please consider just taking a quick look at our Patreon. And if you want the chance to interact with myself or any other members of the team, please join our Discord, link down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye. Gentlemen, it is time for some Patreon questions. So, the first one is from Tears Warhound. We're going to try and get through this one quickly, because his whole question is, what breed of dog would each Primarch be? So what I'm going to do is, because I've got the list of Primarchs in front of me, I will name one, and then I will say one of you guys, and then you can pick one, and then another one, and then one of you else.
I don't know my dog breeds, but I'll try.
And so on and so forth, until we are through all of them, okay?
Sure.
What breed of dog would each Primarch be? So, Alex, the lion.
I'm gonna say something very controversial on that. I think he's just a really, really, really quiet and awkward golden retriever sitting in a corner. He's kind of happy you're there, but he's just staring at you the entire time.
One of those really, one of those purse poodles.
Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Colin, Fulgrim.
Like, you ever see, it's some old rich lady who's got a dog in her? That.
Purse poodles. Yeah, that is actually great. I'm going to take Perturabo, an extremely violent, untrained, and psychotic Jack Russell Terrier. Alex, Leman Russ.
Just rip off GTS for this one, man. Come on. It's right there.
I'm gonna be super annoying and piss off a lot of people. A very large Chihuahua.
It's even worse.
A very large Chihuahua. Splendid. Splendid. Colin, Jagatai Khan.
They're one of the main racing dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
A Greyhound. That is very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great. I will take Rogal Dorn, and I'm just going to say a very aged Schnauzer. A very old, haggard Schnauzer. Right, Alex, once again, Konrad Curze.
Konrad Curze strikes me as one of those absolute devilish huskies. You know those huskies that are really loud and run at super speed but also bite people? The mean ones? Yeah.
He also has mange and probably rabies.
Yep.
He probably does, yeah.
I'm genuinely surprised you didn't say the Mexican hairless dog for this one, but sure, that's absolutely fine. Right, Colin,
I feel like he'd be a corgi.
Sanquinius.
You know, let's see, Sanquinius is the perfect boy and the corgi is the perfect dog.
A corgi.
Yeah, except, the corgi, every now and then just murders a rabbit and brings it to you.
An extremely vampiric corgi.
Yeah.
The fucking death corgo. Let's go. Right, I'm gonna take Ferrus Manus. Now, I want you all to know that the breed I'm about to name is a breed that I'm very fond of, but it fits. And I'm gonna say a Rottweiler for Ferrus Manus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just think that shit fits, man. Right, Alex, you get Angron. There is a correct answer here, by the way.
A pit bull. Yeah, a pit bull named Cupcake.
A pit bull named Cupcake. Absolutely.
God's strongest pit bull fighting his bravest toddlers.
All right, the Toddler Devourer 9000. Okay, excellent. So, Colin, you get Rabute Guiliman.
I'm gonna say he's also gonna be a golden retriever, but not the one that awkwardly just stares at you.
Wait. You can't make two of them a golden retriever.
Yes.
I can't. All right.
You gotta make one of them a Labrador.
All right. He's
fine.
He's the golden Labrador then. Actually, yeah, I'm going with the Labrador.
That's a real thing. Okay, cool. So,
I looked it up. Labrador retriever.
No, it's a real thing. Yeah, you can get golden Labradors. That's true. I'm going to get Mortarion, and now I'm going to say the Mexican hairless dog, whose name I can't pronounce because it is very fancy, and there's a word that begins with C that I'll accidentally say if I try to pronounce it. Last time I said that word, we got demonetized, so I'm not gonna. So next one,
I'm gonna look up Mexican hairless dog.
Is yours, Alex, and that's Mortarion. No, I just said Mortarion. It's Magnus the Red.
God, I hate this thing.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful, isn't it?
It's like
looks like a wart.
Beerus if it was a dog.
It's awful.
Oh, I forget the name. Parmesian, the little fluffy
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
Yeah, the little fluffy dogs. Yeah, one of those. That's how he looks to me.
Who is that for again?
The little fluffy thing.
Wait, who is that? I didn't.
Magnus.
Oh.
Yeah, the Pomeranian. Bavarian. One of those.
Pomeranian.
Yeah, there we go.
Pomeranian.
So because he can change his body size, sometimes it's a really big Pomeranian.
Pomeranian the size of a small bus. Excellent.
It's Clifford the Big Red Pomeranian.
Right, who's next? So, Colin, Horus.
I think he'd just be like old, reliable black lab.
Yeah, absolutely. I can 100% see that, for sure.
Although, probably not my black lab, because she's a stupid, fat, like permanently happy creature.
As God intended. What a wonderful creature.
I love her.
Except as you should. Right, next up is Lorgar, and I will take Lorgar. Lorgar gets to be, I think Lorgar gets to be a border collie, just excessive in his need to please others. Mm-hmm. So I think Lorgar gets a border collie. So your last one, Alex, you get Vulkan.
A Tibetan Mastiff. Big ass dogs and they're very big.
Oh yeah.
A Tibetan Mastiff. That is a genius pick, my friend. That's really, really good. All right, wonderful. Colin,
can I?
You get the one you want to have sex with.
Well, I was actually going to ask, can I request Alpharius Omegon?
No, you have to do Curze.
All right. Well, see, I wish you didn't open up with that. No, that's Corvus.
Not Curze. Wait, is it Curze? Have we skipped Curze?
I think we skipped Curze.
No one cares about Curze. It's fine. We'll come back. I'll tell you. Actually, yeah, you can take Curze then. Fine.
He's like oh god, what the? I don't know what it Curze. It'd be something you'd find like on the street that is like I'm trying to think of a dog breed I hate. He'd be a pug, but a pug with like super rabies.
You could. So there is an answer to your question. Do you know what a pariah dog is?
I do not, but I will look it up.
So when you think of the image of just a dog that is just a definable like street dog mutt breed, it's a pariah.
That would be, yeah.
So you could literally just say he's a pariah dog. Just any variety of pariah dog works fine.
He's one of those.
Yeah, I will take the one that Colin desires to mate with instead. Then
I see. Can we not add that when we're talking about dogs? I'm not a white woman.
It's already done. The deed is finished. It's happened, man.
Oh.
Well, you're.
Hey, man, I didn't bring up the chairs this episode. I was gonna, but I thought that was a low blow, so I said no, I'm not gonna do it.
All right. Well, I'll take what I can get.
I'm gonna give. He's kind of sneaky. I'm gonna be nice because he's kind of sneaky, and they can be a little bit sneaky and a little bit mischievous. I'm gonna give Corvus a Dachshund. I think he'd make a great wiener dog.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a little bit of wiener, just a little bit of wiener.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex, you get the final one. You get Alpharius Omegon.
All right. So I've thought long and hard about this one. One of them is a miniature poodle. The other one is also a miniature poodle.
But are they the same color? Are they different colors? What's going on? What's special about them? Or are they just the same dog?
They're exactly the same poodle. The only way you can differ...
They're the same dog.
This is how they're shaped. Is the only way you'll know the difference.
Why have they got tattoos on opposite sides of their bodies?
No, one of them has high socks. The other one has like an afro haircut.
Excellent.
I see. I think they'd be the same miniature poodle, but one's got the top and bottom half.
That's a brilliant answer.
Rogal Dorn has chainsawed in half, and you find it half in the street.
All right, gentlemen. We next up for the Patreon question. I'm just gonna try and get through these really quickly. Hopefully no one did this in one of the episodes. I wasn't present, but this is from Rion, and Rion asks, which 40k faction's cuisine would you like to eat if you could? Alex.
Oh, I mean...
So, normal craft-rolled Eldar are vegetarian, just like a Tau, so those out the window. I'm probably gonna go with Exodites, like the Eldar Exodites, because they're gonna have some good meat in there, and they will know.
Eat dinosaur, bro.
I can eat dinosaur.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. No, I'll go with the Exodites. I think that'll be a fun one. They'll have some crazy fruits you've never seen before.
Thinking about that. Man.
What about you, Colin? What do you reckon?
Well, in the interest of not repeating that, because, man, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Put me at a Space Wolf feast.
Oh, yeah.
Space Wolf specifically. Very nice. Basically,
that'll be the heart.
Raw shit.
I think they'd have, like, some real hearty, like, properly cooked Viking. No.
Actually, Liver King diet.
Liver King diet.
It'd be the feast, not like them out in the field eating something they just killed.
No, it'll be over an open fire, right?
Yeah.
The feast, right? You know, they'd have the serfs all have prepared. It's filled with spices from worlds they burned and stole everything from.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah. I know I'm not answering your question the way you wanted, Rion, because it's a bit of a cop-out. I'm imagining you're expecting I'll say some kind of Xenos, like the Votan, who I'm pretty sure just eat cloned paste or some shit like that.
They do have good beer, though.
I'm actually just going to say the salamanders. I reckon the salamanders eat well.
Oh yeah.
Well, I bet they're.
I reckon those of Nocturne, on Nocturne specifically, eat fucking tasty lizard. And I'm down for eating some giant crocodile, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, giant lava crocodile. Let's go.
That does sound pretty good.
Do not interrupt the grill master.
Right, gentlemen, that is the end of the episode. Does anyone have any closing words they would like to give? Perhaps a eulogy to the fucking absolute total and utter desecration of the memory of Ferrus Manus.
He died immediately. It's what he deserves.
I have no regrets about what was said in this whole podcast.
I have no regrets.
I have regrets, just not for what I've said.
I have no regrets, and I will happily take my marriage walk with Ferrus.
Your marriage walk with Ferrus? Do you mean Corvus?
Maybe both.
Fuck.
Corvus.
I mean, yeah, we need a bong for the walk.
No! No!